here's the monuments and stuff. Hold on. Thingamabobs.
Time to look at this trailer now.
And the thing that's on display is the first original Ouroboros Stone's cage. It is important to note that initial designs for the monument are said to have included a statue of a 7th founder in its place. Next to no information remains about the 7th founder's identity, and it's possible that this is not due to a simple loss of records. Rather, historians speculate that this is the result of the conscious decision by the 7th founder. Alvis, maybe? Or someone else.
Wait, what?
If you interact with the Ouroboros Stone, it's like, yep, this should have been a thing for a 7th founder, but basically all the information about the 7th founder has been lost to history just because the 7th founder made a conscious decision to not be recorded. So who would it be?
Hold on, you said 7th founder?
Yes.
I swear I don't remember ever seeing that being mentioned in the game.
If you interact with the Ouroboros Stone in the middle, that's what it says.
Oh yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. I reacted to all that stuff way back then. But I don't ever remember it saying 7th founder.
Oh, yeah, but yeah. Said to have included a
Makes me
statue of the
wonder-
7th founder in its place.
It makes me wonder if they actually ended up adding some dialogue, extra dialogue, throughout the DLC updates that have been coming out.
No, I think that's the way that it's always been. If I recall. I'd have to look back at my old footage to know for sure, but I'm fairly certain that's the way that's always been. But the question would be, who is said 7th founder? At first glance, I'd potentially say Alvis, but like, you know, I do feel like Alvis probably split himself off into those other characters since they have Alvis's core crystal. So this is probably someone else.
Z.
Yeah, it was him all
It's
along.
gonna be Z.
We see him along with Shulk and Rex kind of facing down Elvis in that trailer. So it's like, yep, it was really him. Yeah.
Maybe, because he was there. But then he called Alvis my god or something, right? I think.
Like, you intend to destroy this world as well, my god, or something. I don't remember. I can look at the trailer and recall.
Let's rewatch it.
Yeah. Let's see here. Just my history.
Should do a stream share, right?
Oh, could well do. I was just gonna look in the video history itself here. Wow. Scanning through as well. But I can share my screen if you want to see exactly what I'm looking at the same time. Well, I can.
Best.
Well, let's see here. Oh my goodness, there's so many buttons now. There's share your screen. There's start an activity. There's open soundboard. What the heck are activities? You can watch YouTube together on Discord like that.
Discord is having too many updates.
Yeah, this here. So the stuff with Alvis was also, let me just confirm here really quickly that I'm not getting names mixed up. Yep, Glimmer. Nicole Glimmer.
Hey!
Ah! Wonderful party member names. Yeah, here's the
Shulk looks really cool.
I like the look of Shulk. That's pretty
Is this
cool.
how badly you wish to erase us? My god.
Is this how badly you wish to erase us, my god, is what he says.
Erase.
Also, I forgot to do display capture. I've just been showing my OBS on stream. Oops. Whoopsie doopsie. Yeah, there's
no
Elvis's
worries.
red core crystal there. So, I mean, like, there's N stabbing Granddad. No, Granddad! No!
I think he says his name too. If you turn the captions on, I think it actually says what his name is. Because it took me a while to understand what he was saying, but I think it actually says his name
They
in
say
there.
Niall. Birthday!
No, it wasn't that. I swear. I swear it wasn't that.
I don't think it's
Hold
properly
on.
doing the
Sometimes it changes, but I swear it said his name. I forgot what it was.
Birthday. It sounds like he says Niall.
Niall?
Wait, what's this?
Niall, yeah.
What's this here? It looks like it's a wall of flames separating 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 figures. But like, also as I
What? The
application
dude on
share,
the right looks like Zeke. The one all the way on the right looks like Zeke a little bit. I swear to God, am I tripping?
no, he's got like a same kind of body figure. Hold on. Whoa, wait here. If I I do this, and then... No, there's not really a better shot to freeze on. Oh, maybe that. I mean, like, turn off my Adobe
Nah.
Cam briefly.
It looks like there's 8.
It might just be generic city people are, like, separated from the main conflict, is what it might well be. No, come on. I just
They
want
look
to
like flat
advance one
PNGs.
frame. Yeah, could well be. It might just be city people, then. It might not be anything actually important. But it could well be.
Same footage, not final. What?
It's almost as if that's a legal disclaimer that has nothing to do with the game's quality, like Pokemon fans think it means. Anyway. But yeah, so maybe Granddad's name is Niall. And because it shows the picture of the kiddo there.
Matthew.
Well, Matthew's the name of the like guy here, but we already know that from
Oh, yeah.
it's blocking it here, but like, so who knows what Granddad's name is? Maybe it's Niall. Maybe there. But because it shows
Wait,
the,
is this the end that gave birth?
the what? What gave birth?
Is this the end that had given birth to the child that he had with Mio? The same couple.
I mean, N just is the person that has experienced all those lifetimes. If we're talking about the actual one-to-one same person, this, like, Noah here disappeared, died, and was going to start again. And then, you know, Zed offered him the way out and stuff. Was the case.
Immediately after that, then.
Whether it was immediately after that or after some other lifetime.
I think it might have.
But, you know, this N is
maybe after some time.
This is, you know, the end that has experienced all those lifetimes. So while he's not exactly that Noah, he still basically is.
Because he has all the memories.
Yeah.
Once he became the console, he got all his memories.
And because...
Oh yeah, that's what happened with Urine, I think, is his name.
Yeah, because it's like, when you become Mobius, you get treated to all your past memories. I got to live with all the past me's, or whatever it is he said.
I feel kind of bad for him, not gonna lie.
Yorn was actually a really good character. He was one of my favorites.
He just seems like he was upset with being a side character. Yeah. That's pretty much what it seemed like. I'm like, yeah.
I wasn't a big fan
I felt really bad.
I wasn't a big fan of Mobius D. He felt like a wannabe metal face that had basically
he was
actual connection to the characters.
He was a dick. He was Mobius
was well written. Mobius dick. Anyway, because the trailer shows, you know, this picture here, I would imagine that this implies that this kid here is either Matthew or the granddad. You know, and
I would assume it's granddad.
Could well be, and then
and that's him actually killing his own son.
Him trying to, like, purge all of his old life under the command of Zed, because when he became Mobius, to become that and to live in the Endless now with Mio, the cost was to destroy the old city, like slaughter all the people there, and that would have included, you know, that old kid and stuff. So that could well be.
He's really messed up.
That could be him going over the edge and he did have a line in the main game. It is also worth noting where it's like, as their original creator, I had domain over their lives and deaths. You know, though it was also just mentioned that a lot of the city's inhabitants were just descendants of them from, like, previous lifetimes and stuff. So it might not necessarily have to be, you know, him specific. I assume it might still be. I don't know what I'm saying.
You know, comparing the main story of Xenoblade 3 to what N went through, I feel like they should have had Noah and the cast there go through a lot more to be able to have persuaded N a lot more, considering it seemed like N suffered through a lot more.
Yeah, he was pretty dead set in his route there. Like, to be fair, there was at least multiple phases to the boss battle and trying to slowly convince him. At least it wasn't something that's just like, here's some one-off convincing words and then done like some media would do, but yeah.
Nah. It still took him a couple of times, but like, I feel like they should have gone through a lot more.
Yeah, I can agree there.
The only thing that really
encounters and slowly persuade him across encounters instead of just the immediate next time you see him.
I feel like the only thing that really technically persuaded him to like finally realize was just Mio
Mhm.
or Console M. That was literally it.
It was like, she's still in there. And then he's like, okay, I'm coming with you.
Like that's literally it. It felt a little underwhelming, if you ask me.
Well, it's also that he's the
He's a
embodiment
big
of
simp.
regret, and the party's the embodiment of hope and stuff like that, and he starts to hope again. I I don't
That's
think that
true.
it's, awful, but it could have been handled better. But yeah, A
He's just a big
here.
simp.
Yeah, that's just straight up Elvis's core crystal. It's the red Aegis stone, or the red Monado core
It's
crystal
on her
there.
ear.
Yeah, so it's
It
like
says
an
an
earring,
earring.
I guess. So it's almost like an accessory there. And her name seems to be like A from what we've seen there, which is, could be short for Alvis, and that's Alvis's core crystal, so it's like, huh? You know?
Or it could be Ion, as Malice would say.
Yeah. Ion! I can't do it. I know he would say indeed, but,
Indeed.
my oh my. Yeah, too bad we won't get to see a purple core crystal and get
Mm.
Malice back. But, I know this is a little bit sidetracked compared to Xenoblade 3, but Mallows has to be like one of the best antagonists, like as a character that I've seen in a
Easily.
long time. Just because,
Easily.
so many games or so many stories in general just have here's a character who, is just generic evil for the sake of being evil. Here's a character that is like tragic evil, the tragic villain, stuff like that. All these kinds
He
of
was just
one dimensional
manipulated.
things. But Malos, he's kind of like Senator Armstrong in that,
Yeah,
you can kind of understand why he's doing what he's doing, but he's also pretty fun. He's got lots of legendary lines. Um,
exactly.
but he is still genuinely a bad guy, but he's fun.
Yeah.
I love that guy.
He's a fun bad guy. He's
Yeah.
a funny, fun bad guy
And he's probably
who does
like,
have a tragic backstory too, as well, kind
oh
of. He
yeah,
was
in
very
a way.
manipulative.
In a way. It was more so a Malthus that had the backstory there that got like projected onto him. But yeah,
It was his
I quite
influence.
like
His influence
Mallows.
got to him.
Mhm. I don't. Who knows if we'll ever have a antagonist as legendary as Malice again? Probably not within this DLC. It'll probably be like Alphys or Zed, I would imagine. But yeah, there's the Aegis core crystal on Glimmer.
I remember when I first saw Z appear in the trailers when the game first came out.
And thought he
A
was
part of me
Elvis.
had a feeling. No, a part of me had something. No, no, I mean
Or
like
no, we thought that he was Zanza. I remember you saying.
when they that too, but a part of me also wondered if maybe Malos was in there as well, since it still had like the purple energy effects as his purple core crystal had.
Because he became all that purple dust and stuff. And he was still able to ask Numa the
Indeed,
question at the end.
indeed.
And we still have no idea what the heck she said in response. She probably whispered, "It's free real estate." In that one line, I would imagine. The
Wait,
void that I felt.
go back to the other character again. I was looking at an image of Alvis, and then I wanted to compare them.
There might
Her,
be a better shot to see it later, but yeah, that's the
her hair color is the exact same as Alvis.
so
She almost has the exact same hairstyle.
same core
Let's see.
crystal, same hair there. Name is A, which could be short for Elvis.
It's lit. Yes. Oh my god. It really is. Hold on. It really is the same exact hairstyle.
should,
I
should
kid
I
you
look
not.
this
I'm
up now?
sending you like an
Oh, okay.
image of Alvis through,
I'll just pause and unpause so this becomes my active browser so it opens there.
and so literally look at
Oh,
him, like both of them. Like her hairstyle is longer,
mhm.
but look at the way his hair in the front is positioned, and then compare it to hers.
It's that exact same arch, isn't it?
It's the exact
It
same.
goes
It's the
right
exact
across
same
like that.
arch. Oh my god. That's crazy. That's actually crazy. I think you're onto something.
And it's that core
I think
crystal.
you're onto something.
It's a different
It
position,
is.
but it's that core crystal.
I think the eye color might be slightly different, but the
Um,
hairstyle is still kind of, it has the exact same arch.
yeah,
Unless
more
Alvis
gray
had a
too.
kid. Alvis had a kid, unless that could be a thing. Oh god. I never considered that. Oh jeez.
I wonder if Elvis continued to exist as a physical being within Shulk's world after the events of that. He seemed like a kind of ethereal being by the end, but who knows, maybe. Maybe he got up to a thing or two afterwards. It's just like, maybe this life as a computer isn't all that great. Maybe I should pass along my zeros and ones to the next generation. Is maybe what he figured.
Show gave me a future to procreate
To
with
get it
someone,
on.
so I'm gonna do that.
Oh yeah. In his like monotone, calculated kind of tone, he would claim something like that. That'd be pretty funny to see.
Oh God.
But yeah, so
Oh God.
yeah, the eyes seem a little bit different there. It's more bluish for her, and kind of silvery for
Mhm.
him there. But yeah, I don't know. Maybe Alva's just wanted a little bit of a change of pace in the next life here. He's like, I had a life being a dude. Let's mix it up this time. It's like when I was playing Fire Emblem 3 Houses, alternate between male and female Byleth per playthrough. That's just Elvis. Except across worlds. Gotta get some variety. Maybe what he figured. What she figured now. I don't know. It's an idea.
A different character though.
But yeah, there's also the other one that has Elvis's core crystal. The one that has also silver hair but has the Gormati ears. It's also intriguing. But yeah, then there's the Numa core crystal. So either Pyra and Mithra as one person or one of Rex's kids. I think that you're probably more right. I feel like it's more likely to be one of Rex's kids. After you mentioned that.
She seems a lot younger.
Well, I mean, Pyra and Mithra already appeared kind of young visually, but just were, like 500 plus years old or whatever the heck.
Oh yeah. But I mean as Numa. Numa also had more of like green hair as well.
I mean, I guess this hairstyle here looks like kind of base red, but it's been, lightened up a bit to be more brown. So maybe this is Pyra and Rex's kid from, if that's the way that this works, and Mithra and Rex's kid is somewhere
I think
else.
I think it might be more a Pyra's kid, yeah. Because
Yeah, it could well be. Is there
she
Samurai
doesn't have like any blonde hair.
Pyra, Mithra, and Nia genetic in one body? Just imagine. But Nia
Oh
exists
God.
as a standalone character within 3, so that can't be the case. Also, hope things are going well today. But yeah, the hair color, I would imagine, is probably Pyra's kid more likely. So, if Nia's kid with Rex is Mio, and this is Pyra's kid with Rex, what's going on with Mithra's kid with Rex?
Wait, hold on. I'm looking at like the hairpin she has. It looks really similar to
Hairpin?
Numa's.
Like
Yeah, the
that there?
hairpin. Yeah, hold on. Numa in Xenoblade. I also think at the end of Xenoblade 2, I think Klaus actually ended up preventing them from being able to merge again because once the conduit was gone, that was it. I think Numa, because of Numa's existence, her existence only appeared because of the conduit, and once the conduit disappeared, that was it. I think.
Well, I think he was like, oh, here's my final gift to you, and I think he used the conduit's power to bring them back as standalone people rather than like the switching thing that they had before. So I don't think they can ever become Numa anymore, yeah, but that's also because they're standalone people rather than one being with different personalities and stuff. So, and that each had their own kids with Rex there, judging by the photo at the end of 3 stuff. So this is probably 1.
The hairpin does look really similar to Numa's. It really does. Hold on. Here, I found another image.
Xenoblade Chronicles Numa. I can just look up here real quick. Like the spike there.
Somewhat similar, not exactly. Not like the hairpin behind.
Yeah, I see what you mean. Like, well, for in the front on Numa, I mean.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it does have a little headband on the
little,
front too as well, just not the spike.
The little unicorn horn. This has like 3 kind of things sticking up, and this is kind of 3 things sticking up, but this rounds off, whereas this is more spiky here. I don't know. Could well.
So what if it really is Numa? No, not Numa. Pyra and Mithra's kid fused into one too as well.
So the kids have to deal with what their mothers dealt with.
Kind of, yeah. Which maybe why they kind of have like some sort of similarities with Numa.
Be interesting. She does dress like a shrine maiden. She does. Does seem like. But is that for reasons that came about in this world or within the Xenoblade 2 world after the fact?
Oh yeah, this is Shulk's kid right here, isn't it?
It might
I
well
think.
be. Like, probably Shulk and Fiora then. Little inventor dudo. Oh, yeah, I like the, I do very much like what they did with Shulk. He definitely looks a whole lot older,
That's
but yeah.
Shulk.
That long
Holy
hair.
crap, I couldn't recognize him at
Yeah,
first.
that's Shulk.
Oh my god.
It looks like he's still wearing the same shirt as he always did underneath, like that same
Oh
almost turtleneck
jeez.
thing. Still wearing it all
Oh
this time
god, I wonder
later.
if he ever changed it.
Stayed in the same clothes the whole time.
He looks like Zanza a smidge.
Almost there with like the long hair and older kind of facial features. Yeah, he's rocking that long hair now. Guess after the events of Xenoblade 1, he was like, yeah, I'm gonna get to growing that out. Just my doggy cam there. Laying right beside her ball that I got her while I was in Italy. And then there's Rex who lost an eye. Rex is probably the most drastic change, just because, you know, he was such a kid in Xenoblade 2, whereas now
Oh yeah, the big slash.
he's that. Yeah, he lost an eye somewhere.
I wonder if he's gonna have the like Zeke's eye patch or something.
From what I've seen in bits here, it seems like he just rocks no eye patch. Is most
Aw.
likely what ends up happening, but
Wait,
yeah,
did Zeke ever really have a lost eye?
I don't
I think he
believe
still
so.
had both. I think he had both eyes. I think he just wore the eye patch because it just looked cool. I think that's the only reason why he had it.
No, he
I
wore.
swear that.
I'm gonna adjust
Hmm?
volume in Discord here. No, he wore it to contain his full power for the Eye of Shining Justice. So
Oh,
that when he
oh, that's
needed to call on his
right.
full
That's
power, he would
right.
take off the eye patch for his like special, and then it would do that. Bringer of chaos. You know,
I actually forgot about that. It's been so long. Oh
yeah,
my god.
that's what he did. But yeah, Rex is probably the most drastic transformation. Well, I mean, across the two characters that we see here of Rex and Shulk, just because, you know, he went from teenager kind of character to,
Mhm.
you know,
Muscular man.
older older than
Giga
Zeke looking
Chad.
at this point. Yeah. I'm gonna adjust volume in Discord. Even further. Yeah, he literally did just turn into the Giga Chad meme here. That's what he's become.
Hold on, wait. I'm trying to remember. Did Zeke ever take his eye patch off at all?
During his special, he does. It might have been a DLC exclusive special. I don't quite recall. But there was a special where he could do it. But I think the eye that is revealed underneath is just like glowing, if I recall. It's been a little while since seeing it though, so I don't remember off the top of my head. So I'm not entirely certain.
I'm searching it up right now.
The Eye of Shining Justice. Xenoblade 2. Eye of Shining Justice. If I just look
Oh
this
yeah,
up.
it does.
Eye of Shining Justice Zeke special.
I found it. Oh god.
Yeah, I didn't think that you could do it in main game. I think it was a thing that they added later in challenge mode. I don't quite recall. Red King X here. But yeah, the oh. I guess maybe it's just the eye glowing through the eye patch then. Maybe what it is. Unless when he first reveals it. Oh yeah. The Zeke's secret ability. So he just gets it to glow and stuff.
Oh man. Well, that's pretty powerful if he can get his eye to glow like Sans.
Yeah, yeah, he becomes Sans. He has his true power. I'm not quite sure I understand what that question means. I'm sorry. Samurat, I don't quite know.
Reconstruction.
Not entirely certain. I think the name is cool.
Future
Future
redeemed.
And the art is really cool. Like this looks like the ruins of Tantal, and then this is Prison Island. Is what it seems like to me.
Oh, that's right. No, you're right. It does.
So those things.
The
have
ruins on the
merged
right,
together.
my immediate thought at first was Torna.
But now this looks like the snowy mountainous kind of thing that you had to like trek down to get to the bottom of Tantal. Is what it seemed like. There's that core crystal on on showcase within the official art and stuff there. Got Shulk and Rex. Matthew.
Hold on, the character on the left,
What, sorry?
the character with the darker hair on the left, is that supposed to be the kid
Darker hair on the
that we
left.
speculate? The left side, the dark hair, yes, her.
That's just Glimmer
Wasn't
again.
this the oh, this is Glimmer again?
Yeah.
Hmm.
There's Glimmer.
Her
Nicole,
hair color looks a little different.
it's like reddish brownish. I guess it depends on the lighting and stuff. So there's Nicole, Glimmer. Ah!
It
Matthew,
looks really
Rex, and
green
Shulk.
there.
What, sorry?
Her hair looks a little green, like dark green.
No, I think that looks reddish brownish to me. More so brownish in this shot, but
Oh, I
wait,
might just be colorblind.
wait. Is this the original form of Lucky 7? What element can I grab here? Is my mouse cursor changing?
I think it is.
Because that looks like the
It does
form
look like it.
of Lucky 7, and we never got like the full answer to what it was within Xenoblade 3. I know it's just like, Riku, how did an up like you get your hands on something like this? Maybe it was entrusted to Riku by the 7th founder that wanted themselves erased from history that had this blade that was the first form of Lucky 7 then.
Unless she was the seventh founder.
Oh, I can move the
The music.
That's
That's funny.
what I move, I guess. But I think she isn't she depicted though? Hold on, let me change my input over. Have a quick look see. Because
Wait, they show full character art?
because within Xenoblade 3 here, they show the 6 characters. So looking on the game right now, this is Glimmer here that I'm looking at. This is Rex. This is Matthew. This is that Gormati character that's the other one with Elvis's core crystal. This is Shulk. This is Nicole, I believe his name is. So either that Gormati character that has Elvis's core crystal and A are the same character and are that founder, or A really is the 7th founder that wanted themselves erased from history. And this other Elvis core crystal having character is someone else. Can I see the core crystal on here if I zoom my camera in, I wonder? Xenoblade 4 DLC, all past heroes got flung into the main character's world. Shulk is on a wheelchair, Rex is having back pain, and Noah's dealing with divorce. Yeah, imagine.
So this is the first Ouroboros team then.
And
wait, that means Rex and Shulk get to fuse. Oh shit, that's gonna be cool.
No, I don't think it's them two. You can see in the gameplay like where the portraits are. I don't think they go into Ouroboros form, but it's like it says Ouroboros attack or something. Also, this Gormati character does not have a core crystal on their chest in game. Interestingly enough here, even though they clearly did in the trailer, which I find intriguing. But yeah, so either the Gormati and the human A are the same character and can switch in some way, or A really is the 7th
hiding
founder.
by the clothing. It could be hiding by the clothing.
It could well be. But yeah, I'm starting to think that A might just be that 7th founder that wanted themselves erased from history and entrusted Lucky 7 to Riku and was like, don't tell anyone how you got this! Entrust it to the right person, and it better be Noah because she knew what was gonna happen and stuff, maybe, I don't know.
What is that? That weapon.
What is that?
It can't be a blade.
It only
Wait,
shows the can't
hold
be a
on.
blade. But yeah.
He looks like that. He looks like the kid from Kevis.
Kid from
The
Kevis?
one with the mech stuff, the mechanic kid.
What, Valdi? The Machina?
I think so.
guy?
Yeah.
Well, he's a Machina and this guy's a human.
Well, yeah, but like
I assume just like
I don't know.
similar
I'm
tone and
getting
character type and stuff.
similar vibes.
Yeah, probably just similar vibes there. But yeah, could well be, you know, Fiora and Shulk's kid, and then Glimmer being probably Pyra and Rex's kid. Could well be the case there. Is that Guzma you hear? No.
Without. No.
You want to scrap?
And yeah, it implied in the thingamabob, the founder statue stuff in Xenoblade 3, that they met by breaking up a fight as well, which I guess is what this scene is here. And we saw on Glimmer like a flame clock tied thing because I guess she was of like a younger age where she would get incorporated into the system. Whoops, I did not mean to double tap it and do that. Come on, switch to that one shot because it's on her shoulder there.
It is.
So I assume that Nickel would have it here too. And Matthew probably is, well, it shows an iris here. And, but he's from the city, so he wouldn't have a flame clock. So I guess you can have an iris without a flame clock, which I guess we know from Xenoblade 3 already, considering people from the city were putting on eye patches as well, despite the fact that they weren't tied to flame clocks, so.
I just realized something. What if they have a character in here that has both flame clocks on both eyes?
That would be interesting. Maybe it's,
I don't think they
wait. The characters that have Elvis's core crystal, which are
could be them.
Yeah, and it could well be switching, because human Elvis there, or human A, with the earring, could be the representative of the Kavesi side, Xenoblade 1, and the Gormati side that has the core crystal on the chest there could be representative of Xenoblade 2, and Agnes, considering Gormati means, Xenoblade 2 side. So that could well be the significance of having the two forms of Elvis there, maybe.
Like a Pyramithra thing.
Maybe. Or maybe
Or
they
they
are
switch
just,
back.
like, separated. Maybe they don't switch. Maybe they are separate entities with the creation of this.
But then how come we don't see scenes of them together?
But it could just be because of trailer stuff. Maybe we'll find out when the actual game comes out
I
here.
don't know.
When the actual thing there. You can see a better shot of the core crystal here.
Hmm.
Is the case. Basically being
It's like
like
a golden edge to it.
well, it looks almost like a holder. As if it's like a golden case that's holding it. Something like that. So not exactly a part of the body, but like an accessory that's kept close is what it almost seems like. But yeah, same hairstyle as Elvis, but longer. The name of A, and then straight up Elvis's core crystals. So like,
I think we're onto something. Or technically, I think you're onto something.
there's some sort of connection with Elvis at least.
Such duplicity is
Because yeah, that's that.
beneath me.
Get stabbed in the ass!
The clockless.
Wait, hold on a second. Go back real quick.
Such
This shot?
I could have sworn it looks like she had ears at the top.
Here?
Or is that just the hair? No, ears, like
Oh,
the
like
mud
thinking that they
ears.
might be one and the same, those two. Maybe they're not separate people.
No.
Also, that looks like a Monado art right there.
Right in the dick! Oh, it must hurt!
No, that's right in the
That
ass.
really must hurt.
It's facing that way.
Oh, it's in the ass!
Yeah.
Damn, even worse!
It's a free colonoscopy on the house. What it is.
Hmm.
Yeah, I guess
Yeah,
we
because
don't.
maybe
know
they're
what these
purposely
things
not
are.
showing the ears here and just showing the scene from down below just to make people
The-
think, but it
it-
looks like
It looks almost like the fluff of it, but there's also that same lighter effect here, so it could just be something there. Because, yeah, there it just looks like loose strands of hair. What kind of looks
yeah.
like. But yeah, so I guess that's covered normally, but sometimes opens
I
up to
don't know what
reveal
is due to this.
Monado arts
Such
like that.
duplicity is
And
beneath
that's
me.
unless this character has like little things on top of the hair and then eventually it could turn into Gormati ears.
Maybe. Or maybe it is like the switching kind of thing where it's like switch between Kavesi or Agnes representing character there. Something. Maybe.
Me.
And why would Elvis want to be a girl?
I don't know, don't judge. It's 2023. Like, come on.
That's true. That's true.
Maybe he was just a little bit tired of the way things were.
Trans Elvis.
Maybe he needed to
Trans Elvis.
Maybe he needed to go crazy on the worlds to achieve that, and that's why he opposed Shulk and Rex and Zed there. And Zed is like, "You're really doing this to the world, our creator, or whatever the heck." And Elvis is like, "Yep, I'm gonna be girl now. You can't stop me." Maybe that's maybe that's all that's going on here.
A robot becoming trans. So, seems legit. Seems legit.
Well, I mean, that's under the assumption that we already say that he's for sure a dude because again, he is a robot. He is
He
an
is a
AI.
robot, but then so are Pyra and Mithra, and Rex
Yeah.
had sex with them.
Which means that if it's the same rules for Alvis, that he would be biologically a male. So I guess it would be fair game. Then, right?
Mhm,
I can't believe this is
mhm.
what we're analyzing now. But yeah,
I mean, I still think we're onto something though.
yeah. So I do think that there is another form of Alvis, and maybe that other Gormati one as well that we see here. That is maybe a different form, or split off. Maybe he became two
I
different
think it's another
characters.
form because it shows it at the end.
Could well be. Yes, Sex of the Sword. Yeah. Xenoblade 101 there.
What do you want to do, Shulk?
Yeah, look how serious Shulk is there and stuff. I do like the
Has
Shulk
like a little
design though.
X on his hair. He has like a little X straight up on his face.
It's just growing out his hair like that. I guess that's the way that forms a typical Xenoblade kind of design there. But yeah, that's straight up his
Xenoblade,
old
yeah.
shirt right there. That's straight
That's
up the
funny.
OG original outfit underneath. Clearly a different jacket and
Dang.
stuff, but that is the exact same thing.
I bet if he took his clothing off and just had that on, I bet it would be like it would look like a crop top. I bet it would look like a crop top with it being like the size of when he was like younger, and
Also,
he's just completely grown out of it.
if we can't fully remove his clothes save for underwear like you could in Xenoblade 1, we riot.
Oh
The
boy.
necessity.
Careful!
These
I'll
arms.
have you, kiddo.
I do like how
I'll
Rex
draw that
uses
thing off,
his lines here, like let's show him a
Oh
thing or three.
yeah.
And I love
Oh
how
yeah. I recognized
yeah,
it instantly.
show him a thing or three. And this is the same pose that he did with Pyra's sword after he
Mhm.
became the driver of the
Mhm.
Aegis. That's really cool.
It was pretty epic. Wait, hold
That's a
on.
good
Am I
callback.
tripping? Does that look green?
So maybe he got like a combination of Pyramithra's sword and he basically got the Numa sword. If this
No,
character is Pyre,
it looks like it's Mithra's sword, but with like the green glow.
well, I mean that's kind of the way that the Numa sword looked like as well. Was just kind of like that, with like the wider arcs,
Mm,
where kind of
mm,
the Numa sword kind of opened in three directions like that, where it's like big beam here and then smaller beam out left and right like that. So it kind of
mhm.
looks like
But
a
I
Numa
think the
sword.
Numa sword was more of like what the Monado. It looked more like a Monado sword.
I think it looked like this. I think it's this. Oh, and also,
Hold
Shulk literally looks
on.
like a
Hold
Vinland
on.
Saga character. I don't know what Vinland Saga is, but I'll believe you there. But I swear it's like that. Is the case.
I could have sworn it had like a Monado thing. Yeah, it had like the
Xenoblade
little
2
circle in the center too.
sword.
Oh no, you may be right, maybe.
Because the way that opened up, if I can find a shot here, well, this initial shot where you get is just a big beam, but like right at the end, it's like a three beam kind of thing. It's like, no, I don't. What was the? It's just one long beam here, where it shows in that one cutscene. But when it's used against Malos and Ion at the end, it's like a
No.
three beam thing.
Yeah. I
I
don't.
swear.
It show. Hold on. I'm sending you a picture. It doesn't look. It doesn't look exactly like it. He does the same pose too. He straight up does
Yeah,
the same pose.
yeah, that's what I was saying. Well, this one that I already looked up and saw, but no, I'm thinking of when it becomes like three beam version later. Let's see here. Acoustic Harmonia, Xenoblade 2, part 130. It should be. Am I right? There's Xenoblade 3, part 130. No, what the heck?
Whoa.
I'm finding a bunch of my thingamabobs. What was my finale part of Xenoblade 2? Was it part 120, not 130? No, it was earlier. Part 130 was my finale of Xenoblade 1, I think. It's like
Also,
closer to part 90.
I'm sorry, but the more I look at the PNG image of Alvis that I sent you, the more I start to realize that the lower half of his body it looks like it was AI generated.
Wait, what?
PNG image of Alvis that I sent you, right?
You just sent me the head. I don't. There's no lower half to see.
Whoa, I know. I mean, like below his head, like the top torso of his body. If you look really closely, it looks like that whole section was just AI generated.
You think?
I do
Uh,
think it kind of looks like it. Strangely enough, as weird as that sounds, it's just some of the textures used.
so I was right. It was part 130 in my series. It just didn't come up in search results for some reason. I mean, maybe, but
Mm.
it's probably just a simple art there, something like that. Yeah, here, this here, and yes, I drop a like on my own videos. I'm one of those people. Hold on, let me skip to
What if it is AI generated and he's a robot just like AI? And that was the point. Nah, they
because
wouldn't do that.
yeah, when the Numa sword, when the true Aegis sword is at its full power, then it comes out on the one side like there's Pyra's sword, there's Mithra's sword, and then there's the Numa sword, and then it does this 3-beam thing.
Oh, when they used it in the shot
Yeah, when it becomes
in their
like
special.
full power, it's a 3-beam thing. And this is a 3-beam thing. As if he has like the true power of the Numa sword. What's almost like.
Oh, no, I just realized, where the heck is Gramps?
Mm.
Don't tell me he passed away already. I'm gonna be so sad. If that's actually what happened, I'm gonna genuinely be sad.
Might well be. Might not have been room for Titans in the new world. Stuff. Also, because Glimmer isn't here doing blade things, I imagine that she probably is one of the kiddos, and you know, there's also, as we know in Xenoblade 3 main game, no true blades like there was in 2. Also, this Mobius Dudo likes to fuse these Ferronuses, Levnuses, whatever they are, together. Is that X? Or Y, sorry. Got them mixed up. They're simple
I
letter
think
names.
so.
Seems like it probably is. These things would probably be more powerful out on their own, but what do I know? He fights you there.
Wait, go back once more, if you don't mind. Like 10 seconds back? Okay.
Like, to,
Right.
a particular thing here. Or,
Are those the same mechs that, I was
they're-
thinking it looked like the same mechs that,
I think they're
what's her
just,
name? Ethel.
I think they're just generic mass-produced ones. I'm fairly certain this is the same style that was destroyed in the intro cutscene of Xenoblade 3, for example. At the very beginning of the
Hmm.
game. The one that Colony 9 destroys. And that looks like the type that Colony 4 has, where it can roll around and stuff. I'm fairly certain they're just, you know, things that are mass-produced in Origin, and or something or other there. Alright, he's pretty happy
Is
about
he
that whole
fusing
thing.
them? He's fusing them.
Yeah. He's
Oh,
turned
it's
them into
so
one.
weird.
It
The
is, but
way he fused them just looks really, it looks off-putting,
it looks
like
like
unnatural.
someone drawing a fan art of Smash, FNAF animatronics fused together.
It looks like a space virus. That's what it looks like. It looks straight up like it's like a space virus.
Does kind of look like something that would be something like that, doesn't it? There's the Eye of Shining Justice. Ah, my eyes.
Oh man, it would have been so funnier if it was on the right side. That color, since his eye was blue.
Would have been perfect for the Eye of Shining Justice. But yeah, when it comes to Ouroboros things, I don't think these characters are actually going to become Ouroboros, but they do have
Hmm.
paired attacks. So it looks like it's Matthew and Shulk here can do Monado Crash together, for example.
Hmm.
But it seems like there.
So maybe like that was just them at least
Maybe they become,
starting off and over time.
yeah, might well be. Like, maybe right towards the end they become Ouroboros. So this is Rex and A, interestingly enough, not Rex and Glimmer. What it seems like. Yeah, so
But
they
what if
receive
you had
Rex
the
there.
ability to switch?
Yeah, maybe you can just assign it to whatever party member then in some sort of tactics. As long as you have everyone paired off. Seems like there's 2 charges of something that you can do. Also, I assume that Rex is going to be able to wield multiple different sword types because that looked like the Numa sword previously, but this is clearly the Pyra sword here.
Hmm.
So,
Yeah, 'cause it said he dual wields too.
hmm. So maybe when he combines the swords, it becomes that green one there, maybe. Also familiar shots of Anchor Shot and Double Spinning Edge. And just like
Epic.
Xenoblade 2, it's
That's
gain charge on
epic.
crit.
I love that. I love that. Infinity Blade.
That'll be interesting there. But what I'm intrigued about is if Double Spinning Edge will work like it does in Xenoblade 2. It says gain charge on crit, but can it fully charge on crit like Xenoblade 2 so you can spam it? Like in that game, Double Spinning Edge, Double Spinning Edge, Double Spinning Edge, and he's just
I
like...
love that so much. It was amazing. If you got it right on point, you'd be able to spam it. I loved it.
So the question is this a full charge when it crits? To be able to do that again.
Let's hope so.
Just hoping. Also, look at Shulk's jacket, how cool it is. When I was reviewing the trailer on my own, like at the beginning of the stream, I was talking about how I really love drapey clothes, like long jackets and stuff. Look how cool that is. So cool. And I guess she's all musical
Her
and stuff.
violin.
I'm disappointed that there isn't like an announcer, like a Xenoblade 2 announcer going, Hellstream, you know?
I missed that so much. That was amazing in Xenoblade 2.
Blade combo, level 3, awesome. You know?
Awesome. I remember the awesome.
It was so good.
I loved that they actually made like an old dude too as well. An old British dude.
He did a spectacular job, whoever he was. I don't know the voice
He
actor's name,
did.
but he
He
did
did.
a fantastic job of it, quite frankly.
It's like one of my favorite parts of the whole game.
It's so memorable. But yeah, I assume that this probably isn't A then. Gramati ears and shorter hair. Still whitish silverish like Elvis, and I believe having that Elvis core crystal. Wait. Does this look like the house from
Rex's
Xenoblade 2
home.
in Fonse? Yeah.
Yeah,
That
it looks like Rex's aunt's home.
yeah. I forget her name. Oh, Corinne, I believe. I only just remember because it's similar to Corin from Fire Emblem Fates. Corinne's house. Fairly certain there.
Corinne.
But yeah, this looks like the place that we were in there briefly and then got like the Rex dream thingamabob. With
Oh yeah, where Rex woke up with both Pyra and Mithra and was like,
yeah,
huh? What's going
and it's
on?
like their
And it was like a
personalities were switched.
vision. It
It
was like a
doesn't look one
vision
for
that
one. I think this was like kitchen
nah,
over here or something, but it's a similar feel at least. Oh, and you can see like the
a
metal and
memory.
stuff that says that this is the city.
It could be a memory too that she's having.
Could well be. But I assume that this takes place somewhere in the city because like the metal and stuff on the side here.
With or
You know.
without Mobius, nothing will change.
Most likely.
Niall?
Oh, here he's saying Niall. So like this character's name is Niall, not Granddad. Granddad is Granddad, but this is Niall. Well, then why is Niall being called out here?
Niall?
In the end, people always...
Wait, can we see the core crystal here? That looks like a flesh eater core crystal there, actually. It just looks
Huh.
like Elvis's core crystal there. But in the other shots, it looks like a flesh eater
In
one.
the end, people always kill
Yeah.
It is.
I heard about that from...
And then there's, yeah, that.
Whoa, wait, we've never actually got to see a shot before of all three of them in the thing, in the
Yeah.
Trinity processor. That's so cool.
We
That's
saw
so cool.
in
Holy crap.
Xenoblade 2 the open slots, but now we have an official look of what all three look like in the
That's
processor.
awesome. That looks so good.
It
I
is a
love
cool
that
looking
they
shot.
actually brought it back.
What
I'm so glad they did this.
What I'm also glad about is because of showing shots like this, one of my biggest disappointments of Xenoblade 3 was that it didn't feel like it moved forward the overarching story at all. But this implies that this will have implications to the overarching story.
It just feels like it's setting up more stuff.
Maybe.
It
For
doesn't feel like
Xenoblade 4.
it didn't feel like it had any closure to what happened with Xenoblade 1 and 2. It just feels like
Yeah.
it just gave us more questions.
It felt like a standalone spin-off for fun kind of story, like what if, rather than actually
And
advancing
Xenoblade
the story
X.
of 1 and 2. But this seems like it implies that it'll have more stuff to do with the story of 1 and 2.
Melia, a
I'm
gift
so
from
disappointed they
Alvashov.
didn't do anything with
Is it?
what was the planet from Xenoblade X? I already forgot what it was.
Mira?
Mira. I'm so disappointed they didn't have any. It had nothing to do with Mira
Yeah, I want answers
because
to
they
that
really
after
made it.
what is it now? It came out in 2015, so 8 years ago, and Xenoblade X is still a complete mystery. What's going on
Isn't
with
there a
that?
character that's in here that's from Xenoblade X,
There's
and
a
he's
char-
just chilling and he had like a wife?
there's what's his name?
Gray.
Gray, who is in the Full Metal Jaguar class, and Full Metal Jaguar is a dual sword, dual gun wielding class from Xenoblade X, and it wields dual guns in this game and uses several of the Full Metal Jaguar arts from X. But it seems like it's just a for fun X reference. Hey, here's a class from it. But Gray
Oh,
himself is
I
not from the world of Mira.
swore.
What,
I
sorry?
swore someone also made a theory that Noah, or at least maybe one of Noah's ancestors, looks exactly like the dude from Xenogears, I think.
Oh yeah, the long hair ponytail kind of guy there. He does definitely look
Hmm.
similar, but that's probably, either for fun or coincidental. Just like, hey, here's a similar
It
design for the
looks a
sake
little
of doing it.
too similar, though.
I don't think that it would actually be connected lore wise. I don't think. But yeah. Here at least we have you could very slightly see the Elvis core crystal. And
Look at Shulk's
uh,
son. His facial expression is like,
well, I made it even worse.
oh god.
But yeah, so I guess this is them being introduced to Colony 9 here from 1 that's all overgrown and stuff.
Hmm. Of
Seems
course, they
like.
give us an ass shot.
Would this be
Gosh dang it.
would this be Charlotte's kid? Maybe. I don't know. It's an idea. Like seems
Oh, this
almost.
is them first meeting Rex and Shulk.
Yeah, I imagine so that Rex and Shulk are showing them to Colony 9. I imagine is going on here. What I'm more intrigued about is this gives me vibes of Charlotte's kid, but what do I know?
Yes. The Liberator's base of operations.
Because yeah, there's Colony 9 all overgrown with plants and stuff. Also, with the sword
My biggest
here,
question.
is that
Hmm.
where it stays in Xenoblade 3, or does it move? And this was really just that close this whole time, that or it gets destroyed before the events of a Xenoblade 3 main game.
I think this was like part of the city in Noah, or and no, it was because remember, right where the castle was, there was like a area that was destroyed that Mio Console M mentioned
There was
in,
the old city that was destroyed,
yes, the old
which
city.
which is probably what this is here at the beginning before Matthew sets out on his journey, I would imagine, rather than being this. I imagine that N destroys the old
Not,
city, kills Granddad, Matthew sets out on his journey, meets Rex and Shulk, and goes to the Liberator's base of operations, as they were saying there, which is this. I don't like the old city from what we saw in the flashback scenes of Xenoblade 3 did not look like this. It looked kind of like the normal city does.
so this whole area is like a place that not even N knows about.
It seems pretty out in the open, but maybe
Hmm.
I don't know. Maybe it gets
Hmm.
destroyed sometime during this plot line here. What
Is this
might end
how
up happening to
badly
old
you
Colony
wish to
9?
erase us? You wish to erase
Wow.
No, this
badly
part blew
you
my
wish to
mind.
erase. Is this how badly you wish to erase us? My God.
Yeah, is this how badly you wish to erase us, my god? And then there's, the dual wielding with the two swords, the replica Monado there, and that just looks like the OG Monado that Elvis is wielding.
Hold on. Hold on. Is this how badly you wish to erase us?
My
Was
god.
Alvis the one that started the worlds to merge? Was he the one that merged them together? Because wasn't their whole goal too as well? They were afraid that that they would just be like erased and wiped out
Right.
if they didn't have like something to give their memories back. Like before they created Origin, like they were worried that if the worlds merged, that would be it. Everything would just be
Yeah.
like
That matter would
straight up in
cancel
Oblivion.
itself out, like matter and
Yeah,
antimatter, the two
yeah.
universes.
So then
I
what
think
if them creating it, the origin, and after the world's merging is why Alvis is mad because he's the one who actually initialized the worlds to merge since he
it,
could have control over both
that's a
Xenoblade 1 world and 2 world.
That's a good point. It could well be the case. The in-game explanation I remember Nia was saying like, "Oh, the worlds were once one, but these two worlds longed for each other, and it would only be a matter of time before they came back together, or like they started drawing closer or something like that." But maybe the worlds longing for each other was just what they figured was their best guess, and really Alvis was like, "We're shoving it together," and then maybe Shulk and Rex were like, "Wait, what? We can't do that. There's a little bit of there's risk here. What's going on?" And Zed is like, "Whoa, you can't do that. I'm gonna make the endless now so that doesn't happen." Maybe.
Hmm.
Could well be.
Because then Future Connected, it also showed the rift there as well. And the rift was kind of like the start of like slowly bringing together the worlds merging. And then here we see Alvis with one big one right behind him.
Could well be. I know that the main foes of Future Connected were the Fog Beasts and eventually the Fog King.
Hmm.
And Xenoblade 3, the main game, made sure to draw a lot of attention to the Black Fog or the Purple Fog or whatever the heck it was. Whenever an annihilation event was going to happen and stuff was going to blow up by the matter canceling each other out, it was going to be surrounded by that fog that was trademark of the Fog Beast. So it was, a kind of premonition of the worlds coming together.
But the rift too as well is straight up the exact same rift that was in the air,
You think that it
and
was the same kind of design?
it's the exact same design.
Hmm.
I'm hold on. Let's see, because I've noticed it too. Even when the trailer first came out, when they had Xenoblade 3 DLC that came out, Wave 3, and then they showed like the one scene of Alvis, it looked exactly like it.
Hmm.
Let's see, Future Connected Rift.
Huh.
Yeah, it's straight up. That's really really weird.
And I
Of
guess
course, they
the
added like a few extra textures to it, but it's technically the same thing. It
and
has like the darkish outline on the outside and the gold thing in the middle.
and there's the purple fog as well.
Mhm.
That's reminiscent of the fog beast slash the purple smoke that we see within Xenoblade 3 whenever an annihilation event occurs, and even outside of that sometimes. Little purple
So
effect.
maybe he is the one that's starting it. Maybe he is the one that actually wants it because if he's able to like sit there and there's like stuff around him, maybe he's the one that wants to erase it.
Could well be. Maybe he
Then
adopted
why?
Zanza's stance where it's like, well, let's merge them. They're gonna cancel each other out, and then we'll start anew. But I don't really see Elvis as someone that would want to do that though. It'll be interesting to see
Hmm.
what's going on there. Maybe he just wanted a fresh start so bad as Gal A that he was willing to destroy the worlds over it. That's really all
Hmm.
that's going on here.
But I think that's why Zed or Z is I keep saying Z, but it technically is Zed. I think that's why Zed is technically asking Alvis why.
Yeah, because Elvis is
Because
trying
I
to
think
merge the worlds. But if they have Origin at the ready, I, I guess Origin at the ready would be okay if the worlds were just gonna like pass each other by, like reinitialize each of the worlds with all the memories and
hmm
stuff like that, and everything's a okay. But if Elvis's goal is to actually merge them, he wouldn't just let the worlds pass one another by. He would want them actually to for sure merge.
yeah, and like
So,
wipe and cancel each other out.
so
I think that's
Origin
why
would
he's
be
fighting back because when he found out when the world after the world was merged and they're like stuck there, that he's actually like upset that no, this isn't what I planned to happen. I planned everything to be erased. Why did you guys resist and create this?
but then why is A one of the heroes? Gal Elvis is the question.
Hmm. Maybe they try to persuade him and they say, all right, fine, I'll give you one more shot. I'm gonna turn myself into this character with and erase my own memories and see if you guys really are worth being
Saving.
around.
I don't know. He kind of at the end of Xenoblade 1, he did kind of have his trust and faith in Shulk and stuff like that, and it seems strange for him to go back on that. Like, there's gotta be some sort of
Maybe
big reason.
maybe some sort of thing that happened in Xenoblade 2 at the end kind of like initialized something within him.
Hmm.
Or maybe when the
Maybe
conduit
one of the
disappeared
Monados.
somewhere else.
Maybe one of the Monados basically dying and the conduit vanishing, yeah.
Or with the or what if the conduit when the because they didn't say the conduit disappeared. They said it warped
They said it
it moved
vanished to
somewhere
another
else.
world. Yeah, it went
Yeah,
somewhere
it
else.
moved somewhere else.
Maybe it went
So
back to
what
the
if
world of
wherever
Xenoblade
else
1, and Elvis now has that
mm,
power. Like the full power of the conduit rather than just harnessing parts of it.
hmm, no.
And has the power
I
of
don't
dominion over worlds because of the conduit's power.
that could you could be right. That could be interesting.
So maybe. Hmm.
Maybe that's why he was
Raise
able
us.
to achieve that other form where he was just all glowy effect rather than like an
What
actual
here?
form.
Maybe he just
No,
wa-
like at the end of Xenoblade 1.
I think that was just him going into like full computerized AI ethereal form. I don't know. I don't know. I do know that they wouldn't have thought that
Hmm.
far ahead when they first wrote Xenoblade 1, at least. Like, they evidently didn't when they had, like, a key on his chest that was meant to be, like, I guess symbolic of him being, like, the key to that AI in the space station. But later on, they were like, oh, it makes more sense for this to be a core crystal now, and they changed it in the remake, you know? So they definitely wouldn't have planned that far ahead when making Xenoblade 1. Considering, you know, the
No, but
key into
I
crystal
think
they
you could
already
be right.
retconned.
I think you could be right about the conduit actually just moving to Xenoblade 1.
Mhm. It is another world that it is connected to after all, since, you know, the true Monado of Elvis exists there. Be like, yeah,
But they did
I'm
also
dipping.
mention no wait, what were you gonna say?
Oh, just being like, yeah, I'm dipping. This world had two Monados. Now it has one. Goodbye. I'm going to that one. That one's cooler. No, I don't know.
Because I think they also mentioned in the cutscene of the worlds merging that there are bountiful worlds, countless worlds out there,
Hmm,
or something like that. Because it didn't show just the two; it showed like others in the background too as well.
hmm.
Just not them merging, just the two.
Yeah, these are the two main worlds, at least, since they're connected to each other through the conduit and like the Monados and stuff like that.
Which means the multiverse does exist. Oh God. Oh
Xenoblade
boy.
Chronicles Multiverse of Madness.
Oh no. They're gonna bring
My God.
Xenogears and Xenoblade
Yeah,
X into the mix.
Xenogears and Xenosaga and stuff.
It's possible because the Zohar actually is in Xenogears, I think, or
Yeah,
Xenosaga.
there's a lot of connections between the stories of like Xenosaga, Xenogears, and the later and Xenoblade games, but nothing that makes them like one for one. These are the exact same stories, but like a great many parallels that it's like, huh, it's very similar backstory and stuff. Like it's a similar kind of deal of like some scientist wants to use the Zohar or the conduit, but like the scientist has a different name, different backstory, and there's different characters surrounding it. But you know, the same kind of roles are essentially filled from what I've heard. I want to play Xenosaga one day, but it's so difficult to find
Hmm.
time for things. But
One
yeah,
day.
there's his definitive edition. Core crystal on the chest rather than key on the chest as was in the original game.
Hmm. It makes me wonder if there are other worlds. Does he have access to these other worlds, or is it just like the two worlds?
Maybe. If the conduit did go over to the world of Xenoblade 1, then maybe. Also, T-pose to assert dominance.
What a great shot! What a perfect what a perfect shot! Look at that face. Look at
He's
his
so
face. Like,
stunned.
oh my God! I can't believe it.
His T-pose zombie. Like, I know it's right after he swung his sword, so it's going
Oh,
by.
hold
That's
on.
the motion blur, but
I
it's still pretty funny.
I gotta take a picture of that. That's too beautiful. I'm sorry. I have to.
He's T-posing to assert dominance. He's just hitting him with the that.
And it looks like he's looking at the camera like, you seeing this? You seeing this here?
But yeah,
Oh my God.
I assume that Matthew is probably related to N, either being the kid or granddad was the kid, and you know, with some ancestor there.
Mm.
I would imagine. But yeah, this cutscene definitely gives me high hopes for some really epic fight cutscenes. Because again, I feel like they couldn't get as epic within Xenoblade 3 main game just because if the characters were going all out, they were in Ouroboros forms. And while they did do some kind of cool things in Ouroboros forms, I feel like it's not as cool as like a close combat, crazy speed fight like this. So it seems like we're gonna be
Yeah,
getting
no,
more of
that
this.
looks really good.
Yeah, that's so
That's what that's what I was hoping to see when they
good.
first revealed N in like the
Mhm.
castle, and he was swinging his sword crazy when the mechs came in and they started shooting at him. I was really hoping at that point, like, oh shit, we got this going on.
Yeah,
We're
we're gonna
gonna
get some
probably have
crazy
some
cutscene
cool
stuff.
ass battle scenes, but no,
Nope.
I'm like, gosh, dang it.
Yeah.
They really hype it up when they first reveal him, and it's just like, boo,
Yeah.
boo. But
This
here they
guy
actually show it.
stinks. No.
Here they actually show it, and I'm like, this is gonna be cool. But
Yeah.
this is also way before he's actually gained way more battle skills over time.
So you think he might not be ultra speed? Yeah, I guess he'd be like killing
Ultra
them in an
speed,
instant if he
nah.
was ultra speed already.
Yeah.
So he's just like shrunk, but not super crazy. Yeah. But yeah, the
But then how
backdrop
come
is
he
really
couldn't do
cool of
that?
Prison Island.
But, hmm. It does look really epic.
Like
But
Prison Island is just
then,
a really cool battlefield. It was cool to face Metal Face here. It was cool to face Dixon here. Now it'll be cool to face N
dude,
here.
dude, the final dungeon theme for Prison Island when actually going up to where
The end lies ahead.
um
Such a
the
good
end
final
lies
dungeon
ahead,
theme.
it's so good. I love it.
I very briefly use it in the Pokemon Scarlet and Violet video essay for my story rewrite section when the professor starts summoning Pokemon from the past. I use the end lies ahead.
Hmm.
The epic theme for that in the video essay. But yeah. If we imagine if we got a remix of the end lies ahead.
That would be pretty good. But then it made me wonder, if he could already move super fast like that, then why not do that against Noah and the party when he first fought them?
Because because reasons, because the plot of
After
Xenoblade 3's
after
main game was
mm,
just super convenient, and I have a lot of complaints with how convenient it gets.
Because
Why?
I mean, like right after when he found out that Mio or Console M was gone, he could have easily like, out of his rage and frustration, he could have easily just like wrecked all of them just like that.
But he
If he was that pissed off, he could have really.
but he
Unless
wasn't.
unless it was the sword, unless it was the sword of the end that prevented him from going crazy.
I guess so.
Because he has a console.
Like I do
He has a
like
console.
how Xenoblade 2 had more of a explanation where it's like in Xenoblade 2, Jin had super speed that you couldn't match up to, and how you defeat him is like matching up to his super speed. Whereas Xenoblade 3, N has super speed, and yeah, he just kind of stops using it. That's how we match up to him because we pull out the sword at the end, but you'd think he'd still be able to super speed, but maybe he was too pissed off.
Actually,
Also,
wait, no. The fusion of Noah and Mio in their Ouroboros form, aren't they also able to pull out the sword of the end too? No, they're able to pull out the sword of origin.
yeah, it's called the same one or the other. Or Bob, they're basically
Mm.
the same thing. But yeah, they pull that
So
out.
what if?
They don't get ultra speed, but yeah, N doesn't go as super speed anymore.
Hmm.
Also, I do like how it seems like Prison Island is gonna have that same super beam use that was used
Whoa!
against Metal Face at
Holy
one point.
crap! No, you're right. I just realizing it now. That looks really cool.
And we have like the
Very
Makana
ominous
sword
and
over
creepy.
there. But the question is, what's it shooting at? If anything. Could just be demonstrating the might of Prison Island. And it's something
Well,
re-imprisoned on Prison Island.
it is going straight up into space.
Maybe they're trying to fight, maybe they're firing it at the sun. They played too much Smash Ultimate and they were like, screw you, Galeem.
Or they could be shooting at origin.
Maybe if Origin's up in the sky at that point. But, you know, if it's the baddies that are shooting at Origin, they would want to preserve Origin because Origin's like the basis of this Endless Now world. But
Makes you wonder.
maybe the heroes are trying to shoot at it because they want to end the Endless Now. I don't know,
Hmm. And they're using it as like a final attempt or an
maybe.
attempt to actually destroy it.
So maybe that's the
That's
final
making me
encounter
wonder.
is Prison Island.
That's making me wonder though. What if it? Whose beam would be stronger, Mithra's artifice or this beam?
Oh, the Prison Island one? Who knows?
Yeah,
This is a great many beams that come together.
it is.
And, you know, it was able to help keep Zanza imprisoned and stuff, so that's probably pretty powerful. They were never used to actually zap Zanza in game, but presumably they could be used for that purpose. If need be. Or defending Zanza from those that would free him. Who knows why exactly it has the beams? Probably one of those reasons, so it's probably pretty darn strong. I would
What
imagine.
kind of power source is it using though?
Magic bullshit. I don't know.
Hmm.
So we've seen him using what looks like the Numa sword. We've seen him for sure using Pyrrhus sword in gameplay. This looks like... Oh, no, he's dual wielding there. Yeah, so there's Pyrrhus sword, there's
Oh, he
Mithra's
is,
sword.
yeah. Dang, so even N is like holding his own against Rex? Jeez.
Along with Glimmer there, which... Probably one of his kids. Dear old dad Rex. I hope that
Oh
that's
yeah,
what's
I
going
see
on
her
there.
now.
Yeah. And he's
Oh,
like,
she
what
holding
the
the
heck?
sword with him? Oh, she's holding the sword with him.
No, I think she's using her flame lance that she has. Like, you can see the flame effect of... Unless it's just sparks and stuff. Is she... Wait, is that her hand?
Yeah, it looks like
There?
it's on the same staff.
No.
I think.
This is the, this
Oh,
is...
yeah, it is.
Yeah.
It is. It is separate.
And just goes to a similar point is all.
But now I'm glad I'm here. Glad I can choose for myself.
Honestly,
And then
just
there's
knowing who I'm
Shulk's
meant to be
robot arm
fighting, that's
that
the
his
biggest
kid
thing
is,
of all.
you know,
Even
fixing.
if I build a
Assuming that
perfect
is his
world.
kid. There is a much better shot of the Alvis core crystal. On it
It looks like a
anyway.
different color now. It might be the lighting.
I think it's just the lighting. Like, you can see more red on the sides here. It's just, like, bright reflecting light here is all. But yeah, there's that Alvis bit with the hair and stuff.
It's crazy that they actually made it the same exact position as Alvis.
Either Elvis had a kid, Elvis made new forms, or Elvis had a sex change. Who knows which?
It's gotta be one of the three. It
Well,
has to be.
one of the above. Because of that and like the clear similarities to Elvis with name, hair, and core crystal.
I'm gonna throw some kind of curveball and it's not gonna be any of those three. I swear to God.
Just Elvis's #1 fan.
For themselves.
Yes. And I think these cutscenes were taken directly out of Xenoblade 2. That's what it looks like. Actually, that one might be slightly different. That one was straight out of Xenoblade 2.
No, it looks like it took it from both Xenoblade 1 and 2. This here is Xenoblade 2 when the artificers are fighting, but
Yeah.
right there when it shows him pressing the thing, that looks like from Xenoblade 1. At
No,
least Xenoblade Definitive Edition.
No, what him pressing the thing is definitely Xenoblade 2. Because Xenoblade 2 is where they made him look like Juju, and here he looks like Juju and has
Oh,
brown
that's
hair.
right. That's right.
This is
You're right, yeah.
this is the one where he got Juju'd. So that has to be the 2 one there. But yeah, you can see like the fighting in the distance there and stuff. I don't recall seeing that like spinny weapon thingamabob there. I recall the shot where it's like does the zoom killing 2 other artifices. I don't recall this weapon spin thing though, so it might be slightly different. That shot I remember. And then here's Elvis's core crystal. Wait.
Always in fantasy land.
Because A has Elvis's core crystal as an earring, but not actually like a part of the body, whereas it looks like it's a part of the body here. Does that mean that A can grant the core crystal to someone else, and that's what's going on here, and this isn't another form of Elvis? That, like, the core crystal is granted, taken out of that golden case, because we don't see the golden case here around anymore. So maybe it's, like, taken out for the case of emergencies. Here, you have it, power up, and then, stuff there. Also, the, bits here kind of remind me of, like, the extra technology bits that Numa gets.
I mean, like an Iron Man kind of thing.
What, like an arc reactor?
Yeah. Like, instead it's like, you can take it out and all that. You just put it
Maybe.
on the chest and then it immediately just gives you a power boost.
Could well be. And, also, the only context in which we've seen masks in Xenoblade 3 is when someone is a consul, which makes me wonder if that's then Consul A. But if this person's name is Niall, not A, like the other character, it's like, they both have a... But we know that if this character's name is Niall, that Niall has a Flesh Eater core crystal under normal circumstances, but here has seemingly been granted Alvis's core crystal that was in that earring that A has.
Console A is a good guy or a good person, and all the other consoles are
Gotta,
evil
yep,
except
that's right.
console
Gotta use
A.
them gender neutral terms for who knows what's going on with Alvis at this point.
That's right. Yep. But what if they are like the only good console, and the rest of them are evil?
Maybe. I
And
mean,
that's
M
why
was a
console
good
A isn't
console.
around anymore.
M was a good guy console or good gal console later down the line. Same with Triton, in the main game
Triton
at
was
least.
epic. Triton was pretty epic. I'm so glad they made like a console hero.
I'm looking for the best booty you can find.
They made him a pirate too. Yeah, that's what made it so great. I love it. Xenoblade 3 had some good things going for it.
Oh yeah, that's for sure.
It makes you wonder if like all the other consoles ganged up on them, and that's why they're not around anymore either.
Maybe console A. But then, is this console A? Is A console A? They both have the Alvis core crystal there. Yeah,
This makes me wonder
on Toast One. Oh,
if
I'm dropping frames on stream right now. That sucks.
oh boy.
Well, it looks like
Mm,
I'm looking on the stream manager. The video quality's dipping, but hey, we've been on this shop for a while, so whatever. We
yeah, it's not like much is being shown,
oh,
but it
now it's
makes me
buffering.
wonder. It's making me, the more I think about it, the more I start to realize that I'm getting like a little bit of a sour taste in my mouth looking back again on Xenoblade 3.
Yeah.
Not to show any hate on Xenoblade 3 or anything, but it makes me wonder if all within the entire time frame between the DLC story and Xenoblade 3, the fact that there's still like obviously console A is gone, but that's only one console out of the entire time that passes by, not a single other one
No, I'm sure they can
gets
get replaced.
repeated.
I'm sure it
Hmm.
isn't just like one console
Oh,
per letter until
true.
the end
No,
of
you're
time.
right.
It can be like,
Oh no, you're right.
oh,
Yeah.
Shania, do you want to join us? Because we just had an opening. Our last S, Sam, yeah, he bit the dust last week, so we have the slot open if you want it.
Oh yeah, like urine. Urine, that's right. There probably was a console J before him.
What?
Hmm.
No, I was saying Shania as like an S example,
Shania, yeah.
but there was probably, but she starts with an S, not a J. But
I'm talking about
just
urine.
generally, there would presumably have been consoles that fill each of those slots over time and can get
The
replaced and
the
stuff.
kid, I forgot his name. I already forgot his name.
Not
Yorin,
Yorn.
I think.
Who? Not Yorn that you were just saying, or
Yeah, Yorin Xenoblade 3. He became like he was console J, but he became console J within that time frame, which means there was no console J before him
that, or there
unless
was a
the
console J
console
who had
J,
bitten the
yeah.
dust.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I
So
was meaning though. That's what I was getting
yeah.
to.
So presumably there would have been, other consoles over time, not just like
But then why no console A?
maybe just a hint at us
That's
getting console A here. I don't know. This is a good question.
hmm.
There's always the talk that Manana had of like, so world is super villain pawn, and it really was console A Ionios because the
Oh
world is
yeah,
super villain
Ionios,
pawn.
yeah. They decided to make Ionios the supervillain the console,
Yeah,
but maybe before it was someone else.
would well have been. But yeah, I do wonder what's going on with Elvis's core crystal. If it can just be like traded around and stuff. What's happening there? If you can just trade it like a Pokemon card.
And what's with the weird little thing behind them?
That seems to be reminiscent of like the technological stuff that Numa got, right? When you use
Yeah,
like the true power of the Aegis of the Monado there, you get
like the artifice
like
stuff.
those things. Yeah, like the almost artificey bits. I would imagine that is because this character's using the full power of Alvis's core crystal here. Must be.
It does have the red stuff too.
Which is like reminiscent of base
Monado.
Monado plus Alvis's
Yeah.
red core crystal. Even though his Monado was like the glowy blue, but he was wielding Zan's Monado in the one scene anyway,
Hmm.
so.
But then why silver bits too? That makes me wonder.
Well, silver is kind of like, Alvis's color as well.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Also,
Wow,
but
so
yeah,
cool.
backtracking a little smidge, I do kind of agree with you on the general stuff of like the Xenoblade 3 story, where it's like the more I think about it, it is definitely my least favorite story out of the three. I do think that it were some really cool things going for it, some really cool ideas in the mix, and some things that did really well, but didn't really feel as refined compared to 1 and 2.
But then
My opinion.
when the story of Xenoblade, of course, when the story of Xenoblade 3 started, that's when the party is like, okay, we're just gonna actually have us defeat all the other consoles all at once within this like the nice short amount of time frame. Yeah, we're gonna be super epic.
Well, I mean, we at least kill a console by stabbing him in the ass here, probably.
Oh yeah, that's true. Probably, maybe, hopefully,
Some
hopefully,
so some
hopefully.
probably die over the course of that.
Oh, they
Yeah.
turn.
But yeah, so friend or foe, who knows? This character is one of the ones that was shown as one of the founders in Xenoblade 3. Like there's the Gormati character that looks kind of like
Right.
this. So the one that isn't depicted with the founders is A there, which leads me to believe that A is the seventh founder who did not want to be depicted because everyone else, including you, Nile, I think is your name, is is another one there. Also, I guess maybe that makes 7 party members total. I would be very surprised if you had heroes that you could recruit in the DLC, so I assume you start with like the base of Matthew, A, Shulk, Rex, Glimmer, and Nickel, I think his name is. And then Nile finds their courage and like joins you after awakening this power as the 7th party member sometime during the course of it, if I had to guess. Yeah, my stream is dropping frames like crazy. Like I'm still streaming, but it's just dropping a lot of frames. Love to see it.
And that's it.
Yeah, that's the last thing that they show there.
So we had Torn of the Golden Country, Future Connected, and Future Redeemed.
Hmm.
How does that have anything to do with the future being redeemed?
Well, maybe they're setting things up, getting the Ouroboros stone for future generations, and getting things prepared for the cast and main games Xenoblade 3 to be able to finish the job. So it's like
Uh,
they're redeeming themselves for the future.
redeeming the future.
You know, they're doing things in the here and now that will help them win the day in the future, even if they're not still around, even if characters like Shulk and Rex bite the dust. You know, someone else will finish
Mm.
the job later. Presumably, Shulk and Rex are alive at the end of Xenoblade 3 after the worlds separate and, you know, Origin loads your last save
Oh
file and
yeah.
they would be alive there.
The last save file.
And that's basically what Origin is. It's literally just saving and loading your game.
I mean,
You
yeah,
know?
that's literally what it is. Except the moral merge is like the whole way without saving the game.
Yeah, you lose a little bit of progress, but that's fine. That's the consequence sometimes when you save and load your game. You know? Sometimes it be like that.
What if what if this is all a game to Alvis? I just realized.
He's
What if
just
all
playing a
this is
video
just a
game.
game?
So he really was
Yeah.
like me playing Fire Emblem Three Houses and being like, huh, thought to be the female protagonist this time.
Oh god.
That was
Oh
really
boy.
Elvis. I mean, yeah,
Hmm.
variety. Change things up, change a pace. Why not?
I'm kind of tempted to look up other videos too while we're on our call to see what other people think of it. I'm tempted to, but I don't know if we should.
See the theory crafting. I might end up calling the stream in a little bit just because like the drop
Yeah.
frames are not stopping. They
Yeah. Oof.
I'm in
It's
the
just
red
getting worse
here.
and worse.
It's a bit
Oh
sketchy.
god. Oh no. In the red. Oh god. I
20
remember I had problems when I was in the red back then.
Oh
It
yeah,
was not
it's
fun.
just continuously dropping frames. I'm still streaming. It's just buffering a whole lot and really sketchy, but probably can't go on too much longer. Also, I wanted to specifically make enough of a stream for roughly around 9 parts because my series up to this point was at 191 parts and I wanted to
Boy.
get it to 200 and then the DLC starts with part 201. Like a nice satisfying thing there. So it's like part 1 of that is part 201. And I think this stream is probably long enough at this point for a good 9 parts to have this be part
Mm.
200 of this discussion here.
So then part 199 would just be our discussion.
No, part 200 would be the discussion,
Oh, part 200. Part 200.
and then 201 will be part 1 of the DLC story. Essentially. Nice and easy to understand. Be like, ah, that's
Yeah.
part 1 of that playthrough, but also part 201 in the grand scheme of the whole Xenoblade 3 story. Like, it's just
Hmm.
so even and satisfying. It's why I streamed Xenoblade 3 today, one of the biggest reasons, because it's like, well, I could have the DLC start at part 192 or part 201, and then I could also do, like, Nia's and Melia's Ascension quests that would probably be good to do before the DLC. So it's like, this worked out great, you know?
You should have the DLC be 100 parts. Just to
Oh
get all the way
god,
up to 300. Just to get
no
up to
way.
300 and be like, 3. 3!
I mean, it might get up to 300, including, like, main game stuff later, if I do come back to do the rest of the Ascension
Uh,
quest that I'm missing. And I still wouldn't mind, if I ever have the time to do it, keep on fighting bosses around the world and working up towards the hardest super boss at level 120. I wouldn't mind
oh
taking it
god,
on,
yeah.
but, you
I
know.
heard that they can go up to level 200.
Oh, like with custom difficulty? Or like probably
Mhm.
the challenge mode version then. Within the world,
No,
it's just part
no,
120, but
I just straight up mean like in the world. Like if you
really?
battle it enough times through a certain difficulty, the
What?
level keeps increasing.
What?
Yeah, I'm not
I've
kidding. Hold on.
I've seen
Let's
people
see.
I've seen people grind off of it
Strongest
where it just stays at a level
enemy,
120 like consistently.
Xenoblade 3.
I can probably go to
Let's
higher
see.
levels in
Yeah,
the challenge mode.
yep, there it is. Level 200, 7 months ago. Hard Seraphic Seratinia. Yeah, that's insane.
There's got to be some way to increase its
Oh,
level though, because I've seen people
it
grind
says
golden up on
level 2. Oh
coins.
my god. Hmm.
I've seen people grind
Interesting.
golden up on coins against it over and over again at just level 120. So there's got to be some way
Wait,
that you.
I think I did do it.
What,
I
the
think
hardest
I
super
did do it
boss?
a long time ago. Yeah, I
Uh,
think I did do it a
Did
long
all the
time ago.
Ionios' strongest quest line
I
there?
think so. I vaguely remember it. I
Because yeah,
think you just keep battling it over and over.
once I'm done with the DLC, I definitely wouldn't mind doing the rest of the Ascension quests, and Ionios is strongest at least if I have the time to do it. But I've seen people make videos on grinding strategies and like farming golden up on coins from the thing, and it just staying at level 120 every time after you kill it. You know,
Mm.
I don't know what's up with that.
The 200, that seems overkill. That seems a little overkill.
I mean, it probably just displays that number. Its stats might not be reflective of an actual level 200 creature, but
That'd be insane. That would just be impossible. If it
uh,
had the stats reflecting its level,
hmm.
that would be a bit too much. It
Oh,
would be like that one Final Fantasy boss that
I
took
see what
years
it
and
is.
years and years to actually complete.
I'm not familiar with that, but I see what it is. You can
Apparently there was.
retry, which is at level 120, the normal thing, or you can do
Mhm.
challenge mode, which is level
Hmm.
200. But the base is level 120. But then if you rematch it later, you can choose to have it at level 200. What
And so
is?
way back then there was a Final Fantasy open world RPG game, I think, and there was a certain boss fight in there that apparently took many, many years for someone to finally beat it. I
Jeez.
think it's considered to be one of the strongest RPG bosses, like in general,
Jeez.
like overall.
Sounds like a bit of craziness.
I can't imagine how long it actually took him to beat him during the time from like the start of the battle to the end.
Probably quite a while. Also, is this Nile here? Someone else.
Let's see.
I wonder. Also, right behind them is that flames with all the people and
Oh
stuff.
yeah, them again, yeah. Hmm. Hmm.
So who knows what's
I've
going on
it's
there.
actually got me thinking now. It actually does have me thinking. The fact that Z actually said is, "Do you really want to erase?"
This
It really
world.
has me thinking now if Alvis actually was the one who set in motion the world merge.
It could well be. I guess we'll find out in 6 days. Now 5 days because it's after midnight here.
Hmm.
I guess we'll find out when we do that. And I do part 201 of Xenoblade Chronicles 3, starting this new story.
Hmm. And it's gonna be like at least at the most 20 hours of gameplay, right? I believe. I think
Maybe.
that's how
Well,
long Torna was.
Torna also,
Torna and Torna and Future Connected, yeah.
yeah, about that length. But it's also worth noting that Torna had a lot of padding to add to that length because you had to do
Oh
side quests.
god.
You remember
Oh
that? Where
god,
it's like
no!
you needed to
No!
what
I
was it?
just
Yeah.
remembered! Jesus Christ, no!
I don't remember what it was called, like
No!
community level, world level. I don't know what it was, but it was like to do the next main
Oh
story chapter, you need
no!
to get up to like level 3, level 4, whatever the heck. And
Oh
to do that,
god, you
you
just
need to
gave
do
me the PTSD of that. Oh
you need to do X
no.
amount of side quests, and X amount of side quests is actually like 80 or
Hmm.
90% of the available side quests that you have to do to be able to see things through. It's like, yeah,
I
while we're waiting for
I
Malos, let's see
hated
what
that.
problems the people have.
I
And
hated that
then you
so
and then
much.
you just go around helping every single person with their problems while you wait for Malos.
I hated that so much. I don't think after I complete all the side quests, I don't think I ever deleted that save file ever.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, there's no way I'm doing this again. I'm just gonna keep it on this one save file.
Yeah, that's fair enough there. It's
I'm
quite a
so
bit of
glad they
padding.
kept it different in Future Connected.
Oh yeah. Oh, if that ends up being the same thing that happens in in the future Redeemed, while we're waiting for Alvis to attack, let's go around helping like
No,
90% of the population with their problems.
no, no, don't you dare. Don't you dare. If it does, I'm blaming you.
Don't tempt fate with it. Oh man, I'd be so mad.
I definitely remember that. You know, actually, I think looking back on it, I think I was a little upset. I wasn't super upset, but looking back, now that you're bringing it up and reminding me about it, I'm like, yeah, that sounds like a pain in the ass, and I think it
Oh yeah,
was. But I
it
don't remember
absolutely
it like
was.
actually like I don't actually remember much of it like actually annoying me super much, but now that I'm thinking about it, I'm like, it probably did. I just don't remember because it was so long ago.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
yeah,
I did it
sounds
recently
painful.
enough with the channel playthrough, even though that was several years ago at this point. That I still clearly remember putting up with that. It's like, yep,
Mhm.
go around
The fact that
solving
you reminded me
everyone's problems.
Yeah, no, the fact that you reminded me about it and the instant I thought of it made me say, "Oh no." I'm like, "Okay, yeah. Mhm. Oh no? Yeah, definitely." Well,
Yeah,
here's
if
hoping it's not like that.
if Future Redeem does that, all of a sudden uninstall this software from your Switch. Just go into settings
Oh
and do
yeah,
that.
I'm not gonna play it. I'm not even gonna play it if it ends up being that. I'm just gonna watch someone else play it.
Yeah, that's fair enough there. Cause yeah, that was really annoying in Torna. Massive pain in the butt.
I
So
love the
annoying.
characters in Torna so much though. They were so cool.
Oh yeah, no doubt there. That was definitely a strong suit there. Do you have a favorite of the characters in Torna? I don't know if I do, but Adam's definitely up there. I can say for sure.
Yes. Yes, Adam.
Adam was
Adam's
so good.
great. He was. He was like I feel like he kind of had Rex's personality
Mhm,
in a way. Just he was more adult,
mhm.
but he's just straight up had like a kid Rex personality still.
While also trying to kind of be like everyone's big brother.
Yeah, trying to be like more a little bit mature as well.
Mhm. Yeah, Adam was great. Adam. No, I can't do that
Adam with
thing.
two D's, right?
I think so.
I think.
Yeah, he's not a wimp like Mobius D. He has two. He's cooler. He's the cooler Daniel. You know.
I want to see one more thing. I'm gonna look back at the trailer on my end. I think there's something I noticed and I want to find it.
I'm looking over at my stream manager and the video's so delayed. Like
Oh God,
I just got back to the point where I'm
you should
just
just
about
end
to
the stream.
pause this stuff here. But like it
You should
was
just
in
end the
good
stream then.
quality. I mean, I'm sure the audio is still fine. Like when this is a VOD, I'm sure the audio will be fine. Just the video quality
And
not
you
all
could
that
just
much. It doesn't
raise
need to
something else over it.
it doesn't need to send as much data when it's a relatively still image like this anyway, but yeah, they'll probably wrap up the discussion here pretty soon, but I'm sure the audio is hopefully fine. Hopefully it didn't
If it is, you
ruin
could just
stuff.
play like a video or like just a whole bunch of images just over the screen.
I don't need to though. Well, I could do it for testing purposes.
Wait.
I don't need to. I'm sure that's buffering. I'm sure that it's whatever. But
Okay.
hopefully the audio is okay. Here's hoping. But yeah, I don't know
Oh, wait,
whether
when
the
we gonna like talk? Hold on, wait. What were we gonna say?
Oh, I was just gonna say, don't know whether that's Nile there or someone else, because Nile is wearing like mostly white colors and like silvery and stuff like that, and same with the hair. Whereas this seems like evil counterpart, dark clothes and stuff like that of whoever
Hmm.
this be, the evil twin. But kind of hot, not gonna lie.
Oh no. Actually, he just made me realize something.
Mhm.
If it is Niall or something, and that is the kid, then I don't understand why they said that Noah and Mio were bad at naming people. And the fact that Niall doesn't sound like a bad name makes me wonder, like, huh?
Wait, you think that that might be Noah and Mio's kid rather than
Well,
Matthew slash granddad? Maybe.
if it was, then
Wait, but no, the kid that we saw in Xenoblade 3 didn't have Gramati ears. Look more human like. Like we saw in the scene where Noah's saying bye to the kiddo in the forest there, that the kid had, human ears, not Gramati ears. So so the kid is most likely either granddad or Matthew. Couldn't be Niall. Unless they just
what?
grow it as you get older. Also, I'm pretty sure the kid had blue hair, right? In the thing. Is it around the shade of Matthew's hair color? Maybe? I don't know. Yeah, I think the kid is Matthew because the blue that kid had in that flashback scene. But Niall might have some sort of connection to Alvis. Might well be the case.
Interesting. I just realized something.
Was it?
I found out there's actual concept art already published of the characters.
I mean, I have the Xenoblade 3 art book. I've seen like some of the things there. If that's what you're referring
Like,
to, is the stuff from the art book.
oh, they previewed the characters in the DLC from the art book.
Yeah. Though you didn't get to see them in all that much detail, like just generic kind of gosh dang it, what's the term? Concept art, I guess, there. Like kind of painted background. Here's the characters in the distance. You can very slightly make out silhouettes, like not in any details or anything like that, but there was some things in the art book, yeah.
So I noticed a video that I'm seeing right now. Someone pointed out the fact that one of Nia's original concept arts, looks exactly like the character that's shown in the DLC.
Like this one that we're seeing here right now, the current shot of the trailer,
And the one with like the core crystal and no
which
just over
might be the
hair.
same one, might be a different character, who knows. I mean, Matthew was yelling out Niall there, which implies that's probably Niall,
I'll take
right?
like
Or
a
wait, no, I think
screenshot and
Granddad
I'll
was
show
calling
you.
out Niall. No, I don't know. Anyway, sorry. But yeah, it's something like that though. My doggy's fast asleep.
Aw,
Taking a bit of a snooze. It's late. But yeah, my
it is
drop
getting
frames
late.
are not letting up
Oof.
either. About to hit 60k dropped frames very shortly here.
And probably wait. Hold on. This the soundtrack is released already?
a theme of it, maybe 2.
A theme?
I played on my stream starting soon screen, like at the beginning of this stream, one of the ones that Nintendo released officially, the new battle theme. It's a bit of a
Holy
slapper.
crap! It is.
They didn't
New
release the full
battle!
thing.
3 exclamation marks.
Oh, well, maybe there is some more stuff out there already. I don't know how people got their hands on it, but I know that Nintendo's official channel posted like a preview to the battle theme. And it's
No,
a bit of
no.
a slapper.
Literally, the name of the theme literally says "New Battle!" 3 exclamation marks.
What channel posted? It's not Nintendo's official one, right?
Nintendo of America.
Oh,
Yeah.
was that the one that I was looking at earlier? Wait, let's see here.
3 minutes and 11
Oh yeah,
seconds
it
long.
was the one that I was looking at earlier. 3 exclamation marks. Yeah,
Mhm.
it's not the full one yet. Like if you listen to the end, it sounds like it. That's not the point where
Huh?
it loops. Like it goes on further before it loops. So who knows what the full thing is like? But the theme in there so far is a bit of a slapper. Play it on
Does
my
it have any
desktop right now.
references to other themes? Because I have not listened to it yet.
I don't know. Can you hear it through Discord right now, by chance?
It's barely.
Just barely. I can turn it up, but it's a bit of a slapper. It gives me both Torna and Bionic Shoulder vibes, but I don't think it has any recurring leitmotifs.
So it's like a mix of both in a way.
Yeah,
Like a mix of both styles.
which would be fitting.
Yeah, that does make sense though.
It's definitely
It's like a
quite
combination.
I quite like it.
Piano is pretty cool.
Can't wait to
Ooh,
jam
the
out to it.
guitar.
Yeah, real good. Man, it's so
Ooh,
good.
Yeah, the piano. Yeah, it is. It does sound pretty nice. The piano. I love the jazzy piano.
Oh yeah. It'll be really cool to hear what the full soundtrack is like within this, because the Torna soundtrack was amazing. Sure, this will be too.
Oh god, you know I just realized? I really hope they don't pull another Torna where they just have like... Wait. No, wait, in Torna DLC, no, they did actually have like a remix. Oh wait, no, they had a remix of Amalthus's theme. But
I don't remember the context of
the
this.
final... But the final battle theme that they actually used was still technically... After Hope and Despair. So
Just-
if anything,
just
I'm
with the final
hoping
boss
that
there.
yeah, I'm hoping that they actually don't reuse the final boss theme again, see, and actually have like a new one.
It would be cool to have a new one. I would definitely like that.
Definitely like, because I really like the Fog Kingdom theme. It's very mysterious. I like it.
It's definitely
I
a
like
pretty
the
grand
intro
epic
too.
one.
The intro too, I love like the best because it's just it makes the whole thing, the whole scenario more mysterious, and makes it like you get like a feeling of like the unknown.
Like, what the heck is this thing, and what does it mean? What does it mean?
Where'd it come from?
Where'd it go?
Where'd it come from? Where'd it come from? Where'd it
Cotton Eye
go?
Joe?
Yeah.
And this calmer bit, so good.
Ooh.
I love when battle themes have
Before the
calmer bits.
storm.
Piano solo, so good. But yeah, I can't wait to jam out to that. And it seems like it comes in with a key
Let's go
change.
goes.
So good.
Oh, kind of like You Will Know Our Name's finale.
What, with like the key change
Has
towards that?
Yeah, has a key change there too. Yeah.
It's pretty strong music. Maybe that is the point
that
that
of
it
course.
loops or something. But it sounds like it might go on
Maybe.
a little bit more. But yeah, that's all that they posted there. But
I don't know.
it's
3
really good.
minutes seems pretty long.
Yeah, it might take that moment to loop right at the end. But yeah, it's pretty good.
I still can't believe they shadow dropped this trailer.
Yeah. Just like, yeah, it's coming out in 1 week. Prepare your butts.
They gave us no time to prepare.
Yeah. Like, I'm fairly certain they just said with this DLC, yeah, it's coming out sometime in 2023 before. So it's like, well, it'll be at some
I was
point
thinking
here.
late 2023. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I would have imagined as well. Close to a year after it was out.
At least a year. Yeah.
But I suppose it
Wait,
roughly fits the release schedule of the other waves of DLC, where it's like a few
wait, hold
months
on.
between each
Xenoblade 2 release date.
compared to Torna.
December 1st. Yes, I am. December 1, 2017.
Yeah,
Torna,
the
the
launch year of
Golden
the Switch.
Country.
Wasn't it like the summer of 2018? So it was like,
September.
hmm. So it was like 3/4 of a year later.
Yeah, like 9, 10 months.
Hmm. Yeah, so this
Let's
one
see.
is a bit sooner then.
Yeah, Xenoblade 3 was like September, I think, early September, late July.
No, it was originally going to come out in September, but then it had its release date swapped with Splatoon, and yeah, it came out in July, I believe, right?
Yeah, I think late July.
I believe so, when it was originally slated for September.
Yeah, July 29. That's a few days after my brother's birthday. He actually never picked up the game. He played a smidge of Xenoblade 2, but then when he saw the big tits in there, he's like, "No, I'm done." I'm like,
It's
"Dude, you're gonna
scary!
miss out on a good game." He's like, "Nah, I'm not
it's,
about that life."
it's too scary.
No,
Yeah.
it's like the man straight up like, "Nah, I'm not about that life."
Want to progress the game? Place your hands on my chest.
You know,
And then
actually,
it'll
that's how
revive
I was
you.
introduced. That's how I was introduced to Xenoblade
Oh.
2. I didn't actually know anything about it. In fact, when I saw the cover art, I didn't actually know that she even had big titties. I just straight up saw like their backs. So then when I,
Two
it's
big
a funny
surprises.
story. It really was. It really was a big surprise when I saw it in the game. I'm like, what the heck is this? What am I looking at?
Yeah, I don't think anyone would deny that they did definitely go a bit overboard.
And I never saw any previews or anything. I went straight into it completely blind, all the way up until the very end. And I'm
Oh
glad
man.
I did, because it was a pretty banging ending.
Yeah, I definitely a pretty good game there. I was first exposed to Xenoblade with Xenoblade Chronicles 1 on the 3DS when that came there. Shulk got added
Mm.
to Smash, and I was like, huh, who's this guy? And everyone on the interwebs was like, his game is amazing. You should totally check it out. It's a masterpiece and stuff. And then they released the new 3DS and Xenoblade Chronicles as a new 3DS exclusive, and I picked up a new 3DS and I picked up that. The worst version of Xenoblade Chronicles 1,
Aw,
and I loved it. you know, thought it was
you loved it,
great.
yeah. It is
So I
if you're
bought,
playing it from the worst version and you had a great time with it,
oh
that's
yeah,
saying something.
well, I mean, it was portable and stuff, so I've just like any kid would do with a DS or 3DS. Me in my teens, there, I would play 3DS in bed there, see more of the Xenoblade story and stuff, and be able to play it on the go. So that was nice. I did buy it on my Wii U later, like as a digital download, and I saw that, and I was like, wow. It looks so much better, so much higher quality because the graphics were higher for Wii
Mhm.
graphics compared to 3DS. I've bought Xenoblade Chronicles 1 a total of 5 times.
Well, wait, no, I remembered. I did play the original Xenoblade 1 way back then
Mm.
on the Wii, because I just got reminded of that goddamn spider fight at the very beginning of the game.
Oh,
I
Ryan
struggled on that fight so
had
hard,
the
I
Monado
gave up.
shield and stuff. Oh, jeez. As long as you use Monado shield,
I
it's probably pretty fine. But
mhm, mhm. I could never
yeah,
figure out the controls for it.
it is a little bit wonky with the D-pad and stuff.
Again, yeah. Again, this was a long time ago too, though.
Mhm.
So I never really
Fair
actually
enough there.
watched the full story. So
Yeah,
when I saw the release of the definitive edition, I was so happy because I'm like,
yeah,
oh shit, can I actually replay the whole game
yeah.
again and actually beat the spider fight and witness the full game for the first time?
Mhm.
And I did at the first try, the first attempt. I was
Yeah.
so happy.
Nice.
It was pretty epic. But then the ending got very hard. The
Oh
ending
yeah,
got a little bit too overkill.
it's a difficulty spike for sure. I'm pretty sure in all my Xenoblade 1 playthroughs, I've needed to grind towards the end. I wish that it was a little bit less intense so that you could just, keep on playing through without needing to go spend a bunch of hours grinding. You know,
Mhm.
for
'Cause it
sure
wasn't
there.
that bad in Xenoblade 2.
Yeah. Xenoblade 2 was a lot
'Cause
more open to just going
they
through it.
had the world tree. They had the world tree.
Yeah,
That was pretty
easy
epic.
place to grind. I mean, you could always
They had
grind
a
on First
lot of
Island, but
enemies.
yeah.
I mean, the world tree was like more bigger. It had more areas to explore.
Mhm. Also, when it comes to Xenoblade 1, I mean, buying it multiple times. Xenoblade 1 is the only game that I own that I keep sealed. Every other game has been opened, but the only copy of a sealed game that I own is a copy of Wii Xenoblade 1 that is just gonna stay sealed till the end of time.
If I ever had a game like that, it would be Explorers of Sky.
Mhm.
But
Yeah,
that's probably impossible to find now.
yeah, I wonder what a sealed copy of Explorers of Sky would go for nowadays.
Oh God.
Probably several $100. Man, so many old games are worth so much nowadays. Like Ike's games, both on the GameCube and the Wii. If you want the disc alone, I'm fairly certain those go for hundreds of dollars. Crazy. Absolute madness.
Jeez. I searched up Explorers of Sky
Sealed
sealed
copies.
copy, and it doesn't even say sealed copy, but the prices are insane.
Just for raw Explorers of Sky.
Just for raw Explorers of Sky, $200, 229, 219, 169, 190, 225, 210. Jesus Christ, what the crap?
At
Hold
least,
on,
at
no.
least the one good thing about that is it means that it shows that it isn't just some like niche game
It's
that
not
came out and got
underrated
forgotten
anymore.
about.
It's not underrated anymore.
Yeah, people see it as like,
It's
holy crap, this is a masterpiece and something incredible to own, instead of just like, huh, some weird niche thing that
like
released and got
IGN would
forgotten
think.
about, you know?
Mhm.
Yeah, it's a. I'm very glad I own my copy of Explorers of Sky. I didn't get Explorers of Sky at launch. I did have to order it like a few years later. I don't even think it was being stocked in
Mhm.
stores anymore. But I figured this price is only gonna go up. I should own this game already, and I bought. I'm so glad I did. My
I still have
goodness.
my copy from way back then.
Mm,
I
Gotta
still have it from when I got it, like, way back then.
gotta hold on to those. We just gotta really hold
Mhm.
on to those copies of Explorers of Sky.
But my brother took it, and he deleted my save file
Oh
because he
no.
wanted to experience it himself for the first time. I'm like, "Sure, go ahead." And then now he doesn't want me to delete his save file. I'm like, "Great."
At least in terms of
But
just
I did.
raw playing it, there's like emulation
Mhm,
and stuff. But in terms of the experience of
mhm.
owning it and having that sweet cartridge and stuff, yeah, that yeah,
I found out, though, through the physical copy, you can actually get Primo Dialga recruited on your team.
yeah, with the glitch there.
It's epic. It's so cool. I never, of course, people find out about it years and years later, but it's
Yeah,
still pretty epic.
and it's cool to see that it is popular enough that people find out about stuff like that years later. It's kind of like Breath of the
Mhm.
Wild that still has new glitches discovered to this day just because it's a popular game. You know,
Hmm.
kind of like that, but with Explorers of Sky, I guess too. Also, speaking of, Explorers of Sky was kind of one of those playthroughs for me, like Xenoblade 3, like Breath of the Wild, where it's like, I'm done it, but I might come back if I ever have the time to do so, but I just haven't had the time to
Mhm.
do so. In wake of other things. But hey, today has been my excuse to come back to Xenoblade 3, where it's like, oh, the thing's coming out, so I kind of have to.
Why not? Yeah.
I'm
Why
probably gonna
not?
have to do the same for Breath of the Wild soon, just to wrap up some shrines and be like, hey, let's refresh myself on my glitch knowledge in preparation for Tears of the Kingdom that's coming out in very shortly here. It comes out on the 12th of May. So 1, 2,
Hmm.
3 weeks and 1 day. Tears of the Kingdom comes out.
Hmm.
So I gotta refresh
Very
myself with
finished
that
then.
too.
The gameplay too. It's gonna be very similar, huh?
So I'm hoping that it'll have a lot of the glitches, but we'll see. See if I can clip through
Is
walls.
it gonna have the same exact gameplay,
It uses the
or
same
do you think they're
engine,
gonna the
but
same engine?
it does have new mechanics. They showed in the most recent trailer. They showed like a
Oh
10-minute
yeah.
gameplay trailer of like fusing things
Oh yeah.
and like making
The new
vehicles and
tools.
stuff.
Yeah, the new tools that they had. Hmm.
It says that my kilobytes a second is 16,000 right now, when normal
And
rate is
how
about
is it looking?
6,000. So that would imply
Oh
that the stream
boy.
quality is way better than normal, but it's still dropping frames.
Hmm.
Wacky. But yeah, anyway. I don't know if there's anything else to be said about the Xenoblade 3 DLC coming up here.
This thing that I actually am speculating now and hoping is confirmed because it does seem like it's very likely is the fact that Alvis was the one who actually initialized the world's merging
Yeah, it could
to
well
erase
be.
everything because
That's what it
isn't
seems to
that as soon
imply.
as Z said that in the trailer saying why do you want I'm like, oh shit, was he the one that actually wanted to merge the worlds? Because as soon as like they cancel each other out and that's it, everything's wiped out. Was he the one that actually started that?
Maybe, but why?
But why? Yeah,
But
that's
why?
what's like really got me. That's what's got me really, really thinking about stuff now. I'm like, that might be a very likely theory
Hmm.
that could happen.
Well, we'll find out in 5 days.
We'll find out. We'll find out soon enough, and hopefully
Yeah.
we can have a follow-up stream about the stuff that happened.
Yeah. Yeah, we won't have to wait very long to find out about stuff, considering, they released this trailer. It's just like, oh, it's coming out 1 week from now. You know?
Next Friday.
Yep. This
Oh boy.
summer. No,
This spring.
this Friday. Explore Elvis
Next.
like never before. As he changes
Uh,
sex and then shoves a sword up a
Explores the
Mobius's
sky.
ass. No,
Oh no. Oh god.
that's basically gonna
Very
be what
cursed.
happens.
Mm.
Uh,
It's gonna be fun.
yeah. As long as it's not like Torna with its padding.
Please God no.
Just don't pull a Torna.
Please God no. If they do that, I'm gonna be like Z and be like, but why? Why
Why?
God? Why?
Why you do this? Why hast thou forsaken me, God? Yeah.
Yeah, that's about it.
I'm gonna probably wrap up the
That's all I
strimmy
got to say.
strim. In that case, here's my save and quit screen.
Mhm.
It's fast asleep. Don't know why it was dropping so many frames, but at least it wasn't doing so earlier in the stream when it was more important. At least there's that.
When you got to play the actual video
Yeah.
up until like the very end, but like just the last shot.
When it's sticking on mostly a still image while just talking at this point is when it drops frames, so like, pretty lucky break there. But
Got off scot-free.
yeah, relatively here. But yeah, we'll
I
find out
wonder what
here
Luxon
shortly.
I wonder what Luxon's take is gonna be on it. If knowing Luxon, when he uploads his video, it's gonna be over a couple hours long.
Might well be.
Every theory he makes on videos, Xenoblade trailers, it's always over an hour long. I swear. When the 2-3 seconds
mean,
of the clip came up, his video was over an hour long, I
I mean,
think.
I'm fairly certain we've been discussing this for over an hour now.
Oh yeah, but that's like for a full-on trailer. I'm talking about when there was like 2-3 seconds of footage shown for the Wave 4 DLC. He made a hour, no, 2-hour video. Hold on,
I
it was
think
pretty epic. I watched the whole thing.
I think I did too, but it was a lot more casual. Like it was just a live stream and stuff there of like analyzing things and then going in game and interacting with the founder statues and stuff. But I'm fairly certain that it was about the same length, but not highly edited analysis, just surface level. Let's talk this out, kind of like we've been doing here, but on my own there. So definitely not the same level of quality, but fairly certain I
Oh
delved into it a lot
crap!
too.
Oh crap! My internet stopped working. Oh wait, never mind. There we go. Let's see.
Oh, now my stream
Where'd
stopped
it go?
dropping frames right as I'm on my save and quit screen. What a world.
Oh no.
It's 1 in the morning, so I should wrap up in a hot second anyway, but
Mhm.
yeah.
Yep. Here we go. Yeah, that's funny. The video time is literally 72 minutes of analyzing of no, 72 minutes of analysis of 75 seconds of Xenoblade 3 DLC footage. I think in the title of the video in the description is like, if you think I wasn't gonna make a video this long of this amount of like footage, then you don't know me very well. And I kind of
What
had
a
a
guy.
feeling he was gonna go for that. Yeah, he's pretty great. Wait, what's this? Wait,
What's what?
one
I'm trying.
videos.
I'm trying to wrap up my stream. Is there anything else that's important?
Oh no, I thought you were done with the stream.
No, I'm still on my ending screen.
Oh,
I
okay.
haven't given like an outro yet, but I can end my stream. Wrap up the
Yes, go
discussion
for
and
it.
stuff. But yeah, so thanks everyone who tuned into this Xenoblade 3 stream. The immediate next part
Epic.
is going to be the DLC at this point,
And we'll find out what happens.
We'll find out how well Elvis's hormone therapy goes, you know, next time.
We'll decide if whether he decides his gender once and for all.
What will it be? Has to make his choice.
And what happened to him too?
Yeah. Did he become those two figures? Did he just become A? What's he doing? Maybe he became Canadian because, you know, stereotypical Canadian says a lot. Even though I've never met a Canadian that says a lot. Anyway, but yeah, thanks everyone who tuned into this. We'll hop into the DLC soon. So until then, see you then.
Bye.